Another QMaxx product I want to talk to you about today that's handy for truck drivers over the road is QMaxx SALT. Now, the reason I'm saying salt's really good is if you take a look at the trailer, these tandems right here have to be slid back and forth. How you do it to balance your load. All right, when you pull into a dock, you have to slide the tandems all the way to the rear. The reason being behind that is so you can get the forklift on and off the truck with a load so the forklift doesn't get hung up trying to get back on the dock. Now, what I like to do is, since a lot of time up here in the snow, we got a lot of salt on the roads and it causes a whole lot of rust. You get a lot of rust on those rails and it's really hard to slide your tandems. So let's turn the flashlight on and take a look underneath here. Okay, so you see these large pins here, that large pin right there, come up the rail, you see that other large pin right there. There's 4 pins, 2 on each side, and you see all these different holes here for different adjustments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this QMaxx SALT and we're going to spray these frame rails here, right around the pins, and all over the rails, in the holes in between. Here. Now I do this for both sides. Now the way you want to unlock these and slide your tandems forward or backward, the further forward you slide your tandems, the more weight you have in the rear. The further back, the more weight you put on your drive wheels. Your lock mechanism is right up here. And I like to put a little bit of salt on that too. Now the way this works is you set your trailer brakes, you leave the air brakes off on the cab, and then you pull this knob. You hear that pop? That's those pins popping out. And then we'll push it back in. And that's for after we slid the tandems. This little button, you pull it in, you pull it out, and it removes the pin so you can slide the tandems, push it back in, the pins come back out. The reason that I recommend the QMaxx SALT for that is because of all the chlorine and the salts and stuff that's put on the roads up here in Maine. You get a lot of that salt that kicks up off the highway from the wheels. It gets all over the rails, causes a lot of rust. And believe it or not, it's really difficult sometimes to get these tandems to slide the way you need them to. But using QMaxx SALT, it protects and lubricates under there. It makes everything work a lot smoother. QMaxx SALT is definitely something I recommend if you're an 18-wheeler driver. If you're going to be driving over the road, hauling stuff, and you're going to be going in and out of docks and you need to slide your tandems. It makes it a lot easier.
QMaxx patented water displacement technology pushes water away from surfaces, then bonds with metal atoms to create a durable barrier against rust and corrosion.